Chosen ones, heaven is sending your lifetime partner. Do not scroll away. Do not let this moment slip quietly past your heart, because something deeply personal and life-changing is unfolding right now. And if you stay with these words, you may feel a warmth that has been waiting for you for a very long time. There is a quiet victory surrounding your life, a gentle but powerful shift that heaven has already approved, and it carries the kind of love that does not fade, the kind that stays through storms and soft mornings alike. If your heart receives this word today, type Amen in the comments. Let that be the first quiet step of faith you take in this moment, preparing something beautiful that your soul has been longing for, even when your mind could not fully understand it. You are in the right place. You have walked through confusion, through waiting, through silent nights where nothing seemed to move. And yet heaven was never still, never distant, never unaware of your tears and quiet prayers. There is a reason you are here in this exact moment, reading these words with a heart that feels both hopeful and fragile. Because what is coming into your life is not ordinary love, but a connection shaped with care, guided by God's wisdom, and filled with a peace that does not depend on circumstances. The loneliness you once carried is slowly dissolving, replaced by a gentle assurance that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, and not left behind. Every delay you experienced was not a denial, but a protection, keeping you safe from connections that would not honor your heart or respect the journey you have walked with faith and patience. If you can look back now and see the hand of God in what once felt like closed doors, type protected for a purpose in the comments. That understanding is not small. It is the beginning of trusting what is still ahead. There is something deeply healing in knowing that your story is not ending in emptiness, but unfolding into a chapter filled with companionship, understanding, and a love that feels like home. You are not being rushed into something uncertain, but guided towards something steady, something kind, something that reflects the love God has always wanted for you. You may not have seen clear signs before, and perhaps you wondered if love was meant for others and not for you. But heaven has been preparing both you and the one who is coming into your life. This preparation was necessary because true love does not arrive unformed, but shaped through growth, patience, and quiet strengthening of the heart. The person being sent to you is not perfect, but they will carry a heart that understands yours, a spirit that respects your journey, and a presence that brings calm instead of confusion. If something in you just said yes to that, type I am ready to be found in the comments. Not because you are perfect, but because you have walked long enough to know what your heart truly needs. There were moments when you almost gave up on the idea of finding someone who truly sees you, someone who listens without judgment and stays without conditions. But those moments were part of your shaping, not your ending. God was not ignoring your desire for love, but refining it, making sure that when it arrives, it does not break you, but builds you, supports you, and walks beside you through every season of life. This love is not loud or overwhelming in a way that confuses your spirit, but steady and warm, like a quiet sunrise that gently fills your heart with peace. Type I am ready for this kind of love in the comments, not because you know every detail yet, because something in you already recognizes what this feels like. The person who is coming into your life has also been walking their own path, carrying their own lessons, learning how to love with sincerity and patience. Their journey has not been easy either, and that is what makes this connection so meaningful, because both of you have been shaped by experiences that taught you the value of kindness, understanding, and faith. When your paths finally cross, it will not feel forced or uncertain, but natural and deeply comforting. like something your heart has known long before your mind could explain it. This is not about finding someone to complete you, but about meeting someone who walks with you, who respects your strength, and who brings out the best parts of your spirit without taking away your identity. God does not send love to confuse or hurt, but to heal, to strengthen, and to remind you that you are worthy of a connection that is honest and lasting. You are not too late, not too broken, and not too different to receive this blessing. If those words landed somewhere real inside you just now, let this message know by pressing like, not as a gesture toward a screen, but as a quiet agreement with heaven that you believe this is true for your life. There is a quiet timing in everything that heaven does. And even though it may have felt slow or uncertain, every step has been leading you toward this moment. The love that is coming into your life will not rush you into fear or pressure, but will give you space to grow, to trust, and to feel safe in ways you may not have experienced before. It will be a love that listens, a love that stays, and a love that reflects the care that God has always had for you. You are being reminded that your waiting has not been wasted, and your patience has not been ignored. Every tear you held back, every silent prayer you whispered, every moment you chose faith over doubt has been seen and valued. As you receive this word today, someone else is sitting in the same quiet place you once knew, holding the same fragile hope, wondering if they have been forgotten. The seed you plant today through the link in the description or the pinned comment is not going to a channel. It becomes the word that finds them in that moment, the message that reaches them on a night when nothing else does. You know what it felt like to wait without answers. Now you can be part of why someone else finds their peace. Plant your seed today. Heaven will carry it the rest of the way. God has been working in ways you could not see, aligning paths, preparing hearts, and making sure that when this love arrives, it comes with purpose and clarity. The beauty of what is ahead is not just in finding someone, but in the peace that comes with it, the understanding that you are not alone in your journey anymore. There will be laughter, quiet conversations, shared dreams, and moments where you feel deeply understood without needing to explain every part of yourself. This is the kind of connection that does not drain you, but fills you, reminding you that love can be gentle and strong at the same time. There were days when your heart felt tired from hoping, when you tried to convince yourself that being alone was easier than facing another disappointment. Yet even in those moments, something within you refused to give up completely. That quiet hope was not your weakness, but your strength, planted by God as a reminder that your story was still unfolding. Type "My waiting was not wasted" in the comments. That quiet hope was not a mistake. It was the very thing keeping your story open. The love that is coming into your life is not a replacement for your past, but a healing presence that will gently restore what was once broken and strengthen what was once fragile. You may begin to notice small shifts within yourself, moments where you feel more open, more calm, and more willing to trust again, even if you cannot fully explain why these changes are happening. This is not a coincidence, but a preparation, a quiet transformation that is making space for the connection that is being guided toward you. God does not bring new blessings into a heart that is not ready to receive them, and the changes you feel are a sign that your heart is being made ready in the most gentle and loving way. There is power in acknowledging what your spirit is already sensing, and in allowing yourself to accept that something good is truly on its way to you. You are not being asked to force belief, but to gently open your heart to the possibility that your life is about to change in a meaningful and beautiful way. This acceptance creates a quiet alignment between your heart and the path that is unfolding before you, allowing you to step into this new season with peace instead of fear. The person who is being guided into your life is not someone who will bring confusion or chaos, but someone whose presence feels like calm water after a long storm. Their words will not leave you questioning your worth, and their actions will not make you doubt their intentions. Instead, you will feel a quiet certainty a sense that you are seen, valued, and respected in a way that feels natural and deeply comforting. Type "I receive this" in the comments if your heart just recognized something it has been waiting for. Not with doubt, but with a quiet knowing. That recognition is not imagination. It is your spirit saying yes to what God has already prepared. There will be moments where you reflect on your past and realize that what once felt like loss was actually protection, keeping you from connections that would have taken more from you than they ever gave. God was not withholding love from you, but guiding you away from experiences that would have dimmed your light and burdened your spirit. Now, as you stand on the edge of this new chapter, you can begin to see that everything you went through had a purpose, even if it did not make sense at the time. Your lifetime partner is not arriving to change who you are, but to walk beside you as you continue to grow into the person you were always meant to be. There will be a natural harmony between you, a quiet understanding that does not need constant explanation, and a shared sense of direction that makes your journey feel lighter and more meaningful. This connection will not be built on pressure or expectation, but on mutual respect, patience, and a genuine desire to support one another. Faith is not always loud or dramatic, but often quiet and steady, like a gentle voice that reminds you to keep going, even when you cannot see the full picture. Share this with someone who is quietly carrying the same hope. You may not know they need it, but heaven does. As this connection begins to take form in your life, you may notice that it does not come with the intensity or confusion that you may have experienced before. Instead, it will feel steady, like something that grows naturally without forcing or rushing. There will be a sense of ease in your interactions, a comfort in simply being present with one another, and a quiet joy that does not need to be constantly questioned or analyzed. God's way of bringing people together is not based on urgency or fear, but on timing and alignment, ensuring that both hearts are ready to meet in a way that brings peace rather than pain. You are not being led into something uncertain, but into a connection that has been carefully prepared, one that honors your journey and respects the growth you have experienced. There will be moments of deep conversation where you feel safe enough to share parts of yourself that you once kept hidden, and you will find that those parts are met with understanding rather than judgment. This is the kind of love that allows you to be fully yourself without fear of rejection or misunderstanding. It is a love that listens, supports, and gently encourages you to continue growing into the person you are meant to be. You may also notice that your perspective on love begins to shift, moving away from fear and doubt and toward trust and openness. This is not something you need to force, but something that will happen naturally as you begin to feel safe and secure in this connection. God is not bringing you into a situation that will repeat your past struggles, but into something that reflects His care and intention for your life. If you are not subscribed yet, do that now. Each message on this journey carries something the last one was preparing you for. As you move forward, allow yourself to embrace this new chapter with a sense of peace, knowing that you are not walking into it alone. There is guidance surrounding you, gently leading you toward a connection that will bring warmth, understanding, and a deep sense of belonging. You are not being rushed or pressured, but guided with care. The love that is coming into your life will not take away your independence or your strength, but will complement it, creating a partnership where both of you can grow and thrive together. There will be support in difficult moments, joy in simple ones, and a shared sense of purpose that makes your journey feel meaningful and complete. You are stepping into a season where love is no longer something you question or doubt, but something you experience in a way that feels real, steady, and deeply fulfilling. This is not a temporary moment, but the beginning of something lasting, something that has been carefully prepared and guided by a love greater than anything you have known before. The path ahead is not something distant or unreachable anymore, but something that is slowly becoming visible through small signs, calm feelings, and moments of peace that seem to arrive without effort. This is how God often works. not with loud noise or overwhelming force, but with quiet certainty that settles deep within your spirit and stays there. Even when everything else around you feels uncertain, you are no longer standing in the same place you once were. Even if it feels like nothing has changed on the outside, something important has shifted within you. The way you see yourself, the way you understand love, and the way you trust the future is becoming stronger and more grounded. This transformation did not happen overnight, and it did not come without struggle, but it has prepared you in ways that are now beginning to reveal their purpose. The person who is being guided into your life will not meet the version of you that was once unsure and hesitant, but the version of you that has learned, grown, and quietly healed. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that you are being led toward a connection that does not require you to prove your worth or earn your place in someone's life. This love will not ask you to change who you are in order to be accepted, but will embrace you fully, including the parts of you that you once felt needed to be hidden. God's design for love is not based on conditions or performance, but on truth, honesty, and a deep sense of respect that allows both hearts to feel safe and valued. The same intentional, unseen work that God is doing in your story is what moves through this message every day. If something in you feels called to be part of that, the link is in the description and the pinned comment. By planting a seed here, you are not supporting a channel. You are joining the quiet work that heaven is already doing, not by coincidence, because you were led here. Type "love like this is mine" in the comments, not as a wish, as a quiet agreement with what heaven has already prepared. There is a quiet power in acknowledging that your life is shifting in a positive direction, and that what you have been waiting for is not only possible, but already being prepared for you in ways that are thoughtful and precise. When you meet this person, there will be a sense of familiarity that feels almost unexplainable, as if your hearts recognize each other beyond what words can describe. This is not something to question or doubt, but something to gently accept, allowing it to grow at its own pace without fear or resistance. There may still be moments where old thoughts try to return, whispering doubts or reminding you of past disappointments. But those thoughts no longer have the same power over you. You have learned too much, grown too much, and come too far to be pulled back into the same patterns that once caused you pain. God has brought you through those experiences not to weaken you, but to strengthen your understanding of what true love should feel like. As you step closer to this new chapter, you may feel moments of quiet anticipation. This feeling is not based on urgency or fear, but on a deep inner knowing that you are moving towards something that is right for you. You are not chasing this connection, but being guided toward it in a way that feels natural and peaceful. The love that is coming into your life will not require you to hide parts of yourself or pretend to be someone you are not, but will allow you to be fully seen and accepted. There will be honesty, openness, and a shared desire to build something that lasts rather than something that fades quickly. This is a connection that will grow stronger over time, supported by mutual respect and understanding. There will also be moments of challenge, as every meaningful connection carries opportunities for growth. But these challenges will not break you or create distance, but will bring deeper understanding and stronger bonds. You will learn how to support each other through difficult times, creating a partnership that is resilient and grounded. God's intention for your life has always included love that feels safe, love that feels true, and love that reflects the care He has for you. You are not being led into something uncertain or temporary, but into a connection that has been prepared with purpose and intention. This is not about proving anything to anyone else, but about acknowledging within yourself that you are ready to step into this new season with trust and openness. The connection that is forming will not require you to lose yourself or change who you are, but will encourage you to grow in a way that feels natural and supportive. There will be space for both of you to express your thoughts, your dreams, and your feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. This is the kind of love that builds, that strengthens, and that creates a sense of partnership that feels both comforting and inspiring. As you move closer to this new chapter, you may find that your patience is being replaced with quiet confidence. A sense that what you have been waiting for is truly within reach. This confidence does not come from knowing every detail, but from trusting that God's plan for your life is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not being left to figure everything out on your own, but are being guided with care and intention towards something that will bring lasting peace. There is also a deeper understanding growing within you, helping you to recognize the difference between what is temporary and what is lasting. The love that is coming into your life will not be something that fades quickly or leaves you feeling uncertain, but something that grows stronger over time, becoming a steady presence that supports and uplifts you. This is not a fleeting moment, but the beginning of a connection that has the potential to last and to deepen in meaningful ways. The person who is being sent into your life will carry a sense of kindness that is not forced or artificial, but genuine and consistent. Their presence will not feel like a challenge or a test, but like a gift, something that adds to your life rather than taking away from it. There will be a mutual respect between you, a shared understanding that allows both of you to feel valued and appreciated. God's intention for your life has always included love, not as something distant or unreachable, but as something real and present, something that reflects His care and desire for your happiness. You are not being given something that will harm you or lead you into confusion. Even if you do not see every detail yet, trust that what is being prepared for you is worth the wait, and that when it arrives, it will do so in a way that feels right and natural. You are not being rushed, and you are not being left behind, but are moving at the perfect pace for what is meant for you. There will be moments of quiet joy where you feel grateful for everything that brought you to this point, even the difficult parts that once felt overwhelming. These moments will remind you that your journey has meaning and that everything you experienced has contributed to the person you have become. You are not the same as you were before, and that growth is what makes this new chapter possible. Hold on to the peace that is growing within you, because it is a sign that you are aligned with something true and meaningful. The love that is coming into your life will not disrupt this peace, but will add to it, creating a sense of balance that allows you to feel secure and content. This is the kind of connection that does not take away from your life but enhances it, bringing warmth, understanding, and a deep sense of companionship. The journey you have walked has shaped you in ways that are now becoming visible, not through grand signs or loud moments, but through the quiet strength you carry within yourself. You have learned how to stand firm when things felt unstable, how to remain kind even when you were not treated with the same care, and how to hold on to faith even when answers did not come quickly. These are not small things, but powerful parts of your story that have prepared you for a love that recognizes and respects everything you have become. The connection that is being guided into your life is not something that will take you away from your peace, but something that will deepen it. This person will not arrive with noise or confusion, but with a presence that feels calm and grounding, like a steady light that does not flicker when circumstances change. Their energy will not feel heavy or overwhelming, but balanced and gentle, allowing you to feel safe in a way that does not require constant reassurance. There is something beautiful unfolding in your life, and allowing yourself to step into it with openness and trust, rather than holding back because of past fears or doubts, is one of the bravest things you can do. You may begin to notice that your reactions to situations are changing, becoming more calm and less driven by fear or worry. This is not because life has suddenly become perfect, but because you are becoming more aligned with the peace that God is placing within you. This inner peace is what will guide you toward the right connection, helping you recognize what feels genuine and what does not. The person who is coming into your life will not challenge your worth or make you question your place in their world, but will create a space where you feel naturally included, valued, and appreciated. Their presence will not feel like something you need to earn, but something that is freely given because they see you for who you truly are and respect the journey you have walked. Faith is often quiet, carried in small moments of trust and simple decisions to keep moving forward, even when the outcome is not fully visible. There will be a gentle rhythm to this connection, a natural flow that does not feel forced or rushed, allowing both of you to grow together without pressure. Conversations will feel easy, silence will feel comfortable, and time spent together will feel meaningful rather than exhausting. This is how you will know that this love is different, because it will not drain your energy, but will restore it. You may find yourself reflecting on your past with a new sense of understanding, realizing that what once felt like rejection was actually redirection, guiding you away from paths that were not meant for you. God has been protecting your heart in ways you could not always see, ensuring that you would not settle for something that did not honor your worth or align with your purpose. If that truth just shifted something in you, type "redirected with purpose" in the comments. There is a difference between a door that was closed against you and a door that was closed to protect you. You are beginning to see that difference now. As you move into what is ahead, something in you has already changed, not with fanfare or a single defining moment, but quietly, the way light shifts before sunrise. You are not the same person who first began to carry this prayer. You have waited with grace, grown through the silence, and arrived here steadier than you were before. The old doubts still come sometimes, but they no longer have the same authority over you. You have learned too much, grown too much, and come too far to be pulled back into the same patterns that once caused you pain. Type "I am stepping forward" in the comments right now. Say it here before you say it anywhere else. This is not a small moment. This is where the new chapter begins. Before we close this word together, I want to invite you into one final thing. Throughout everything you have heard today, you have been asked to trust, to believe that what was delayed was not denied, to accept that what is coming is real and meant for you. Faith at some point becomes more than what we feel. It becomes what we do. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, plant a seed today, not for someone else this time. This one is for you. It is the physical expression of what you just declared, that you are no longer holding your heart back, that you believe the love God has promised you is already moving toward you. When you release that seed, you are not losing something. You are making room. Heaven has seen everything you walked through to get here. Now let go and watch what arrives before you leave. Subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Each message on this journey carries something the last one was preparing you for. And if someone came to mind while you were reading this today, someone who is quietly carrying the same tired hope, send this to them. You may not know it, but you could be the reason they find their peace tonight. As we close, type 222 in the comments. In the language of divine pattern, 222 speaks of partnership, of two paths being aligned by heaven's hand of God's timing over love. Let it be your seal, your quiet agreement that what has been promised over your life is already moving toward you.